Hello, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space program. My name is WWDadmin, but you already know that. And Jeb finally arrived here too. I already got the other Kerbal into the ship, so yeah. Now, thing is, we don't have enough Delta V to launch this thing. That's 100% certain. What I am gonna do is, since I actually wanted this thing to have all the Delta V in this thing pretty much left after landing, I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'll go to like an altitude that's kind of reasonable and then stage and then deactivate infinite fuel at some point. Cause, let's just say I'll go to, until my apoapsis is outside the atmosphere, then I'll deactivate infinite fuel and stage the thing. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause that should be about what this should have been capable of without the extra lap around the sun. For no reason. Other than a bad launch window. Okay, anyway. RCS on. RCS jump. And F. Jeb, please. This isn't the time for acrobatics. Actually, apparently, you can just go ahead and say jump F. That's cool too. Anyway. Board as soon as you dare. Get the ladder back in. And then Valentina, Moen, and Jeb are gonna fly back home. Now, I have this tank pretty much full. So, yeah. This out here isn't full at all. So, Alt F12. Give me this over here. Infinite fuel for everybody to see. Panels in. Actually, yeah, we have enough electric charge to start. Don't worry. And then we're gonna go ahead and get this into space. We are already tilted towards 90 degrees. That's good. Some of our legs seem to be broken because they didn't come in. Anyway. I'm gonna get this to, let's say, 80. Let's say 90. And yeah, I'd also say we can turn off the infinite fuel and just stage. Should be fine. F5 for safety. We do have some small solar panels, so we still will be able to do stuff in terms of getting our batteries recharged. And then I'm gonna go ahead and time warp a little bit. until we are outside the atmosphere, which should happen about 40 to 50 kilometers up. Don't know where exactly. "68 is definitely outside the atmosphere. Situation in space load, there we go. Time to apoapsis 2 minutes. Don't need that much time to burn for orbit. Now, of course, we do have all the data from the guys from the crashed plane inside this capsule. I made sure to take that over with Moen, as you know. Reason I'm launching this right now is the next thing to happen is the Duna Kerbal window, so I want to get this thing home. Good thing is we only need about 500 delta V to get from Duna orbit into a encounter with Kerbal. Okay, 82 by 64. That is a stable orbit. We shouldn't have an impact biome. Yeah, good. That is a stable orbit. And then 12 days until we have the stuff. So until then, face north. So we have a solar panel, or one of our solar panels in the sun at all times, as long as the sun is up. And then we're gonna have to wait. Now, in those 12 days, I think we should have a look at something else. One button I'd really like to know have in this game is a tracking station button that directly gets me to the tracking station from my ship. Because this extra click is a bit annoying. Anyway. Now what I want is Eve rescue. Where is that? Eve. Well, the Psy Rover is over here, so... Oh, that's the Psy Rover Mark II. There we go. That's what I want. The Eve return vehicle. Oh yeah, that already has a thing set up that's also in 12 days. That's a bit bad timing. But within those 12 days, we can get to the Psy Rover and actually transmit home some data. And just say screw the rest of the data for the... In 12 days, we're not gonna get much science out of this. So, in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and say stop researching and transmit the data, and then we're fine. That gives us another 100 science. 160. There we go. And 161 science gained. Nice. Okay, now, do we have... Yes, we have the data still in there. So, Bob, do me a favor and get out. That's the wrong side of the ship, Bob. Here. That, of course, doesn't have any data. Take data. Take data. go down here and take the data from these. Get up here, take the data from these. And take an EVA report and board. You guys can... you have a crew report, that's nice. Okay, now we have all the data from the outside stuff in the lab. Now we just need to actually get the other ship to rendezvous with this and transfer the crew and the data over. Yeah, that happens in 12 days. Other than that, Kerbal to Duna in 80 days, which means we need to launch the refueler by that time. But yeah, that's fine staying on the ground for now. Let's just time warp about 12 days into the future. And have like 3 hours left before the other thing is a thing. And see where our transfer window works. Oh yeah, new contracts too. Not that I'm gonna take that satellite contract there, but I wanna see the contracts in anyway. Science data from space around Ike. That's gonna happen anyway. We can do a crew report from there, that's fine. Seismic surveys of Bob, no thank you. Ferry to tourists. Position satellite and bring a new class E orbit around Duna. Why? We have science data from surface of Ike anyway, so we still need to go to Ike. Also, that's what part of the Grand Tour, so that's fine. Let's see where our Duna rescue lander gets to. Leave. We should easily have enough Delta V to do this. No. Quite honestly, it might have been enough Delta V even if I just ditched the things after launching. But this is easily enough since we need about 500 to get home. So, Sun, we need to go inward, so we need to go against Duna's orbit. But such that we... Not the solar station, not Moon 2.0, that's not Moon 2.0 anymore, but Kerbal. Also do that a little bit earlier, so we actually go like kind of really the direction. Okay. Plus an orbit, or 2, or 3, or 4. Yeah. Kinda don't see the thing here. Don't really get closer, do we? There we go. Now that's the encounter I want. Screw that. And about here, add a maneuver to just burned down. And in, yes. Okay, so that's 600 and that's another 300, so we have enough. Fine. Good, we're doing that burn. That's coming up in 38 minutes. Let's, we are at full electric charge, so let's aim at the maneuver node, that should be fine. Keep this up anyway. And time warp. And burn's gonna last for 38 seconds. How is half of 38.8 20.4? Game please? Or in this case, mod please? Shouldn't that be 24.4? Because that's kind of not half of that. Anyway. We're gonna burn in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. We're kind of in an inclined orbit, that's why we need to do the correction burn over at the descending node, or ascending node, whichever it was. Dude, nice. Okay. And now we want that to do this. Actually, we can just burn a little bit more. And get an encounter like that. Good. Now, that's not galactic north, so I'm gonna actually point kind of north until we are at the node, because I want my solar panels to stay in the sun. I think that's reasonable, because these little panels here are all we have right now to ensure that we don't run out of energy. However, that next thing to happen is the Duna Kerbal window is done, thank you. The rescue lander doesn't actually leave Duna's sphere of influence until in 2 days, so let's jump over to the Eve rescue vehicle and get the rendezvous set up. Okay, we're gonna get stopped before the maneuver node, so that's fine. 3 hours away. Okay. Close the aluminum pause and burn. Until we're in kind of a similar orbit, and then we just need to wait for a close encounter that actually will happen. And then we can go ahead and actually rendezvous. Okay, close that. And then say we're gonna wait an orbit or another one. There, perfect. 69 kilometers apart. Dude, always 69. But yeah, that's perfect. We just need to slow down a little bit. Who said focus on Eve? Focus back on my ship. Yeah, 26 kilometers. If I... That's worse. That's better. 10. That's exactly the ascending node, 15. Point 4. Perfect. And that happens in 12 days. Let's aim at the game, please. How does turning make such a difference about my maneuver node? I don't have RCS. Anyway, we're gonna do that once we're there, and then we gonna stop here at hopefully about 0.4 kilometers apart, and then we're gonna transfer the crew because 400 meters isn't that far apart. We can do that via EVA, and yeah, then we are set to go home, which is pretty nice, seeing as we've got 2 things to actually fly away from here. However, this is going to Duna. Yeah. Let's get the Duna rescue lander out of the sphere of influence of Duna then. Hi. Nice zoom. The fuck game. So this should be pretty much exactly galactic north, or in sun north, whatever, solar north. Wherever that may be. Anyway, let's not more about it here. And out of time warp. Say goodbye to Duna. Say hello to the Sun's sphere of influence. Close the alarm and unpause. And say hello to half an orbit around the Sun until you get to correct your trajectory towards Kerbal. Okay. What the? Oh, hi, Pole Base 1. Almost at the frickin'... That's still a year away. Now, that's amazing. This is Joule, this is the Pole Base, this is still a year from actually encounter. I like that. Anyway, we're outside the sphere of influence, so let's time warp a bit until we are far enough away to not get flung around by the sphere of influence in any way anymore. Because of sudden time warps. Okay. 3 days until the return vehicle has its burn. I'd say I'll see you in the next episode with the EVE return vehicle in incoming on the rendezvous. So till then, I'd say like and favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and until next time, I'm WWEadmin. Bye.